Kayla to Gino. Read the room, Aaron. So, of course, they see that clip, and then me and Gino are kind of we don't really even want to rile April up. Not that she was riled up. We were just like, yes, he sent that photo, just one time. Gino showed me and immediately deleted it, thinking, okay, hopefully that'll be that. But so I suppose they filed a report. And
oh, well, we deleted it. He showed it off to another person, but right afterwards he deleted that. That's still not going to. It also, I figure if they just deleted it and nothing else, it's also recoverable. So if the police wanted to, they could actually recover that, I'm sure. If you go in, unless you take measure to destroy items, to make sure that they're not, first of all, in your phone. I'm not just talking about backups. You can recover almost any image, video, etc. that you've deleted. There's programs that could bring that back too. So the police could definitely do that. Oh man, what a mess. What a fucking
mess. That's within their rights. And Aaron, maybe that's a little bit of karma for you for being a disingenuous piece of shit.
They were having live streams together. They were talking about this and that. They were talking about Ricada, especially involved in that. And I didn't see the disingenuous piece of shit kind of treatment. It seemed like they were getting along pretty well until they weren't. 4 anonymous sources. And from what I understand, again, it sounds like Aaron was one of those. It makes sense. I haven't talked to Nick or anything about that. I want to make that clear. So, there's a lot of stuff that, it gives me the I think, very valid impression that one of those that we are not sure about right now was 100% Aaron. And it's fascinating, too. I kept wondering, Aaron admitted a lot of things. Not just, there are certain things that he could potentially skirt around. Like, again, admitting to substance use. He wasn't caught with substances. But there were admissions where potential child endangerment and a lot of other stuff that he brought up live while he was talking about this. Like, if he's going in making reports, I really hope in the process that, if he just went in, it would be like he's bragging. If he went in and was talking about all of this straight up with the police, the police, is there culpability for him too? You have to wonder. Yeah, so, was it Popcorn Power said that Aaron freely spoke to the police and they called him? Did not initiate the call. I heard some stuff that, again, I'm very curious about whether or not there was more. Like Aaron, again, he can say, nope. We'll find out. We'll find out that 100%. But definitely communication with the police. Freely speaking to the police. Admitting things. And again, it's not just, here's the thing you need to bring into that. And this discussion right here, it kind of highlights that. Remember how they got probable cause? So it's not just what he admitted freely with the police in the discussions. It's also the stuff he's been talking about on his streams. Like, he's been talking about all types of shit. And some of that stuff, again, a few of those things, I would wonder, he probably should talk to a lawyer with that, because he may have gotten himself in a little bit of trouble there. Again, it's been amazing. For me, when I look at that, you can see the anger with Aaron. And like I said, I haven't kept up a lot with Aaron. I saw enough interviews. He did an interview with Gino Casino. He did an interview with, I can't think of his name. The guy who did the interview with Vic Mignogna. It's slipping me right this moment. Apologies there, but the name's slipping me. And he did half dozen other interviews, like right off the bat. So he fleshed out his tale. He brought up quite a few things. But on top of that, so she's gonna review what happened here. Oh, this should get good.
Okay, here is the exact moment that I remembered happening, and
let's see how that.
Imagine if
I
they tell you
understand,
can't
Gino,
touch
and
me.
that's
I'm not
look,
saying like if a hot chick like her had a tattoo on her tit, I'm like, no, yeah. Just saying, what your thoughts on that? The big old tattoo on
Oh,
the
so
tit.
now look at
well, here,
Aaron.
give me 1 second here.
Okay, so now he goes, give me 1 second here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how hot this lady I was piping with 5 children in a drug den, as you call it, allegedly, toe. Clip anything you want of me, please. Clip away.
Wait, it happened on your show, though, right? Flip away. I mean, this doesn't reflect good on any party that's on the screen right there. I'm just gonna say, but yeah, Aaron had, when you think about this too. So Aaron, this wasn't just a hit a button and boom, some instant thought. There was plenty of time for that internal voice. That little internal voice that you have, or some people have. I find that I suffer from that. The Jiminy Cricket on your shoulder that says, "That's a stupid idea, Tug. Maybe don't do that. Don't do this." They would have been screaming the whole time, being like, "No, do not do this." Because again, it wasn't just a click and send. It was, oh, let me roll through everything. Let me find this particular thing, send it over to another person, and discuss it again in front of a live audience. Although, I do wonder how much of this behavior, how much of it is wanting the applause. Like, I mean, what did he imagine there? People be like, "Raw, good job, dude. Yeah, what was he imagining is going to happen with this?" Oh my God. And these are people, again, the way they talk, like they're not buddies or pals. I mean, they're live streaming together and stuff, but that doesn't necessarily mean a lot. I've noticed a lot of people that have been involved in this. They'd sell you out for a Hardee's biscuit. So, I mean, if they were talking about some actual problems that might come up with the police, bury you. They will 100% bury you for it. So why would you think that would be a good idea? Plus, again, live audience, like how many of those people might end up reporting you as well? What a moron decision. The more I think about this, the dumber. I hope Aaron sees it too. You are an idiot, sir. You are an absolute idiot to think that this somehow, in some way. Again, what was your mindset on this? What were you thinking? Did you think people give you a thumbs up? You might have gotten them in the moment from a co-host there. But again, the long-term ramification to it. You couldn't see what might happen there? Holy shit. I mean, your videos were used for the police. You don't think these folks have been looking for a reason to pay you back in kind? I mean, I would definitely be waiting for the, when I was thinking of the other shoe dropping, I was thinking about embarrassing stories about Aaron, calling him all kinds of shit. Potentially, I mean, who knows what crime they could try to say, hey, he was part of. Who knows? I mean, I figured he would be brought up if this court case went forward with Rekieta. Again, if he does indeed fight it, it feels like that sometimes, for sure. But I can't 100% say that's what they're doing. But as part of fighting, I mean, definitely, since you're talking about him being used for, again, PC, they definitely go after him, at least for character. I mean, that's typically a part of a case. I thought that would be the thing, but I didn't think it would open the door. This is my point. I didn't think it would open the door and do something that's new in this, where they could go out and they could be like, look, he's actually a piece of shit. Look at this. Yeah, there's criminal liability right there. See what he's doing. And then in the long run, again, that might add up to who knows what else too.
Oh, here we go.
Either that, so that's fast. I didn't realize that this was different. So it has a little more conversation added, and you can see the behavior a little more. You don't have the fade out.
So it's raining, right? Raining in Minnesota.
Yes, it's raining in Minnesota.
Somebody in the chat put
Eternity later.
had to check my text. By the way,
Did you check?
I like tattoos more than I think.
Look
Boy,
at
he
him.
didn't do too bad, did he?
Ugh.
By the way,
If you're going to point out, let's be fair about this too. If you're going to point out like the scumbaggery of Aaron, what about the other guy? I mean, he's like, oh yeah, I like tattoos more than I thought. Oh yeah, you know. So if you're going to point out one of them and be like, oh my, gross. You know, my mind right off the bat would be like, yeah, criminal. This is not good. So, like, dude, you know, don't send me shit like that. But yeah, I mean, Aaron, again, he looks, her point she's trying to make is he looks very proud of himself in that. And he does. I mean, it's like, damn, dude.
Look at his face.
Does he not remind you a little bit of Norman Osborn? You know, the old, you know, the Green Goblin? I'm not talking about the cool Green Goblin from newer Spider-Man. I'm talking about like the old Green Goblin. You know, the one that he has like a receding hairline, you know, that's going back. You know, he's got that strange little, like almost like a little comb over. Like he's thinking about combing over. Does he not look a little bit like a low budget Norman Osborn? It's just kind of fascinating. I've never noticed that about him.
You like that? Like that picture? That naked photo I sent you of Kayla? I was sitting in the window. When I heard that, I went, what did that mean? Gino runs over me. He's like, why did he do this? God, and I'm not talking about Kayla. I'm talking about him. Look at his face. Look at Gino's face. Yep, man. Very cool. Very cool of you. You are such a
That's not what that.
stud.
That's not actually what that looks like. It looks like looking at your phone, man. Yeah, let's see. But yeah, it is. It's somebody not wanting to be the heel or the butt of all these jokes that have been going around about him. You know, again, it's bizarre behavior because he thought the whole time, he thought, you know, these folks, they're gonna, again, your boy didn't do that bad, did he? Yeah, you did. You know, getting in your, what do they call that, the thruffle? Like, yeah, you know, being involved in that did not work out well for you. Police contact from that, for sure. And again, you know, there's enough there that they, I expect some follow through. I expect more than like the police work slow in gathering evidence. I mean, we saw that even when, you know, with the whole Ricada stuff as they move forward. Now, the difference in this is there's a few ways that this could be approached. Even if they were like, there's not enough, for some reason, there's not enough, we're not going to bring anything with that. They could go down the rabbit hole. There's all types of ways that again, I'm not just talking about, I'm not even including civil liability in this, but criminal liability. There are multiple ways that he'll end up. He's definitely going to end up with a problem out of this. You watch. He's going to end up arrested for it. You mark that. Because, you know, again, if the police decide for some reason not to follow through, again, there's a host of other ways they can go. If nothing else, like they could go with harassment, and that would definitely work. I also wonder, you know, I wonder with the other order that was noted before. I never looked that up, but I saw the discussion about all of that. With the other order too, since April's a portion of it, he keeps bringing them up as almost like one entity. You know, he brings up the Ricadas, he brings up April too. You have to wonder, they might go after him with orders as well, with the already existing ones. But like I said, there are plenty of ways that they could go after him, and they all end up in a bad place for Aaron. Oh, gross, man.